afternoon. My name is Chris Guarenti, and it's a pleasure to be here today at Parker United Methodist Church with the Highlands Ranch 5280 Senior Chorales and friends. On behalf of our co-founder, executive director, and fabulous accompanist, Cindy Runkle, and all of our amazing singers, I'd like to welcome you to our 11th annual spring concert entitled America's Music Milestones. Today we're going to perform a variety of songs that celebrate the United States semi-quincentennial, or our 250th anniversary, as well as the 150th anniversary of Colorado entering the Union. At this time, we'd ask that you please take a minute to silence all cell phones and electronic devices. If you don't know how to turn off your cell phone alarm or other notifications, now would be a good time to get to know your neighbors and ask someone near you for assistance. Thank you for coming to hear these wonderful folks sing today. We invite everyone to simply appreciate and celebrate our country's journey through 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Our songs will reflect our pride in America, as well as highlight several American musicals, which are also celebrating anniversary milestones this year. We're going to begin with a song that has local connections. It's called An American Hymn, and it's a beautiful arrangement of America the Beautiful. This setting by Coloradan Cecil Effinger was first performed in 1967 in the Air Force Academy Chapel in Colorado Springs, just a few miles from where, in 1893, a 33-year-old English professor named Catherine Lee Bates wrote the first lines of her poem, Pike's Peak. We know that that became America the Beautiful. About 17 years later, a New Jersey church organist and choir director named Samuel Ward composed a hymn tune for that poem. Although the two of them never met, America the Beautiful became one of the most beautiful and moving songs about our country, even being considered to become the U.S. national anthem back in the early 1900s. We hope you are inspired by An American Hymn. Thank you so much. Moving into the early 1900s, the song Yankee Doodle Boy and Give My Regards to Broadway and You're a Grand Old Flag were all the rage. Each song has been performed for over 120 years. That's quite a music milestone to celebrate. A legendary American entertainer, playwright, composer, lyricist, actor, singer, dancer, and producer named George M. Cohan was called the man who owned Broadway before World War I. Interestingly enough, he was born on July 3rd. Close enough. He started his career in vaudeville and went on to write more than 50 shows and 300 songs. Cohan's music revolutionized the theater world, bringing speech, stories, characters, and patriotic music into American musicals. He also earned the title of Yankee Doodle Boy, and his life was portrayed on screen by actors like James Cagney, Mickey Rooney, and Joel Grey. President FDR even presented Cohan with the Congressional Gold Medal of Honor, which is a civilian honor, for his many musical contributions to lifting World War I morale. We hope you enjoy a medley of his 3 most favorite songs entitled Cohan's Big Three. That was fun. How many of you are hearing a 50 to 80 plus senior chorale for the very first time? Who's out there for oh, wonderful. Yeah, thank you for being here. Did you know that our choirs don't exist just to perform concerts? The 5280 plus senior chorales exist to provide the significant and measurable health and wellness benefits of choral singing in mature adults.
Who, us?
Yes, there are many definitions of the word mature. These are non-auditioned daytime choirs for adults age 50 or better, thus the convenient name 50 to 80 plus, borrowed because of our mile-high elevation in Colorado. Now, sometimes we allow underage singers to join us. It's kind of like underage drinking, but it's legal. By the way, our singers represent a wide range of choral experience. Some have never sung in a choir. Some haven't sung since their school or college days. Others are actively involved in other choirs in their churches or in their communities. But I hope it's obvious that they are all having a great time, because it's never too late to try something new. In our nation's history, there are countless patriots who have answered and continue to answer the call for our country, sometimes sacrificing their own lives in service. As we remember their service and portray our gratitude during this anniversary year, we should also look inward and ask ourselves about our role in America. Our next song is a contemporary patriotic anthem written by Irish songwriter Brendan Graham as a love song to America. It was famously performed by the group Celtic Woman in 2009. It gained renewed attention when it was performed at the 2021 presidential inauguration. While it uses traditional patriotic imagery, the words, the lyrics of this song convey a special message of healing and restoration for our nation. The song's patriotic lyrics and beautiful soaring melody have moved audiences and singers to tears. It has been described as a salute to America in troubled times. For singers, it serves as a heartfelt pledge that patriotism is not flag-waving, but individual care, showing up, holding on, standing together, and promising future readiness whenever the call returns. We hope the lyrics will resonate with you as we perform "O America." America's musical theater heritage has been alive and well for decades. We obviously couldn't perform all of the musicals that are having milestone anniversaries this year, but we wanted to highlight a few of our favorites. There's one musical celebrating 83 years of song and dance. Which one? Do you know the name of the first musical ever written by the team of Rodgers and Hammerstein? You know? Somebody knows. He better. He looked in the program. Yep, it was Oklahoma. This 1943 Broadway musical was set in the Oklahoma Territory in 1906 as a celebration of the territory's impending statehood. It's the story of a farm girl, Laurie, and her courtship by two rival suitors, a cowboy named Curly McLean and a sinister farmhand named Judd Fry. It also exposed the growing pains of the Oklahoma citizens between cowboys versus farmers, living in the territory together for the first time. A secondary romance between cowboy Will Parker and his flirtatious fiancée, Ado Annie, adds comic relief to this classic musical. Now, the chorale's going to sing the familiar title song of Oklahoma, but it will be followed by another hilarious song from Oklahoma called I Can't Say No, performed by our special musical guest, Karen Sumner. Karen is a dear friend and a spectacular character actress who will portray Ado Annie as she struggles to explain being in love with two men at the same time. At least two. A cowboy named Will and a Persian peddler. And oh, her father has a shotgun.
Better time to start in life. It ain't too early. entertainers,
pasture for the cattle,
spinach and tomatoes,
flowers on the prairie where the June bugs zoom. Plenty of air and plenty of room to swing a rope.
plenty of heart and plenty of hope.
The homo where the wind comes sweeping down the glade, and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, the homo every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land,
And the land we belong to is grand.
and when we say, yeah, I hit my own head, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, okay. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Oklahoma, where the waving wheat they sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma, every night, my honey lamb and I, every night we sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yeah, I hit my own head, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, you're okay. Oklahoma, 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 we know we belong to the land, Oklahoma, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yeah, I hit my own head, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma, yeah!
Bye, Billy Joe. It was sure great to see you again. It's been so long. Bye. I'll see you later. Daryl, how are you doing? I haven't seen you forever. Well, it's nice to see you again. Ricky Bobby, how are you? I haven't seen you for a long time either. It's nice to see you. What? It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I knowed what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a fella gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter in cream and he's gotta have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that away? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, a-settin' on the velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I just kissed a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. So, Daryl, what you been doing lately? You know, there's a dance tonight out at the Red Barn, 8 o'clock. I'll see you there. Oh, and Ricky Bobby, what you been doing lately? Well, maybe, I know what. We can meet out at the old oak tree up in the main pasture.
I can't wait.
How about Friday? Okay, it's a deal. Oh, Ricky, Billy Joe, wait. I see you.
Oh my. We'll bring back Karen again a little bit later to perform another song about the difficulties of love and romance. But now, travel with us on the Rock Island train to River City, Iowa in the year 1912. A smooth-talking traveling salesman, con man, named Harold Hill creates trouble when he arrives, selling musical instruments and uniforms to the naive and sometimes stubborn townsfolk before trying to skip town with all of the money that he collects. To stall while waiting for the instruments to arrive on the Amazon truck, okay, the Wells Fargo wagon, he pretends to be a professor of music using the think system. Remember that? Blah-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. They know it. Okay. And that way he instructs the recruited boys in the band. His plans are complicated when he falls for the town's librarian named Marion, who is also the town's piano teacher, and he begins to genuinely care for the community. By now, I'm sure you know which American musical I'm referring to. The Music Man is a classic. It's a Tony Award-winning musical comedy from 1957 by Meredith Willson. It took him about 8 years to write this entertaining musical. That means this musical is celebrating a milestone of almost 70 years on stage. The score includes rousing marches, barbershop quartets, and sentimental ballads. Now, sit back and enjoy The Music Man.
Music Man. Someone who is
Thank you so much. Our singers have shared a multitude of ways that singing with the 5280 plus Senior Chorales has enriched their lives. Here to express those sentiments, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Becky Stout to say a few words about her experience singing with us.
Good afternoon. Music and memories and emotion are so intricately woven together for me. When I received this spring's music, I couldn't help but have a massive sentimental response. I've been singing for a while with 5280, but I have to say, Chris, whoever you are, Cindy, Brian, you have truly outdone yourselves this time in choosing our music. These selections celebrate the best of America with music from those all-American Broadway show tunes to the expressive patriotic songs. In the last musical selection that we'll sing today, the sentence, "Let us all be grateful," was the culmination of all my feelings. For who can't use a daily reminder to find gratitude? And this is where the music and memories and emotion come together. With that sentence, this musical celebration became deeply personal. Last summer, I stood on Omaha Beach in Normandy, France, with 2 of my children, my daughter-in-law, and 3 of my grandchildren. I was overwhelmed realizing that one of my uncles, at just 22 years of age, rushed ashore on D-Day along that now serene beach. He was a medic, armed not with a rifle, but only a medical bag and emergency flares. His job was to mend the broken, move the wounded away from further harm, and gently close the eyes of those who could not be saved. In that same war, another uncle was a prisoner of war in Germany for 27 months. But remarkably, all 5 of my uncles who served came home. My family research shows this patriotic spirit goes back even further to a Scottish immigrant who worked 7 years of indentured labor to pay for his passage, then immediately joined a colonial regiment in 1774 as a drummer. Even a Quaker ancestor joined the fray from Philadelphia. My recall swirled forward again, this time to Memorial Day picnics and parades, when our whole family, including those veteran uncles, celebrated the stirring music of the marching band in our little hometown. We can all find these people in our histories, those who gave of themselves in times of crisis. I hope the music we sing for you today gives you pause to remember those who sacrificed in your own families and to feel a profound sense of gratitude, not just for those who served, but for those on the home front who kept hope alive. Let us all be grateful. I know I am.
Thank you so much for those heartfelt words, Becky. You may not know that the 5280 plus Senior Chorales organization currently serves, drumroll, there you go, 320 singers in 3 choirs. And we are, bravo. We are so proud to announce that all 3 chorales have dramatically increased in enrollment this year. Some of them are with us today because we invite and encourage the members of each of the other groups to sing with the other groups for all of our concerts when there's enough space on stage. Let's meet them. On Friday mornings, our Highlands Ranch Chorale, also under my direction, rehearses at the Southridge Rec Center at Highlands Ranch. Highlands Ranch people, stand up for me. On Wednesday afternoons, our newest chorale in Parker, under my direction, rehearses here at Parker United Methodist Church. Who's here from Parker? And on Monday afternoons, our Littleton chorale rehearses at St. James Presbyterian Church in Littleton. Who are my Littleton singers? Their concert is next week on Sunday, the 26th at St. James Presbyterian Church in Littleton. I want to remind you that we are always looking for support to help our chorales. It's so easy to help our organization. Please visit our website, 5280chorales.org, for much more information regarding joining our groups, locations, photos, videos, and this is very important, helping us to thrive through your generous donations. Your support helps us with the costs associated with this beautiful performance venue, our hundreds of concert programs, our ability to offer professionally produced videos of every performance at no charge to our singers. You can underwrite all or part of a song for our upcoming concerts. Take a look at the insert in your program and choose your favorite song or a song from that, something from the list. You can make a donation online anytime through coloradogives.org. Colorado Gives Day is in December. Please refer to your program to learn more about how you can make a donation through the Colorado Gives program. Or, this is the easy one, you can simply drop a donation in one of the baskets that our ushers and greeters will have at the exits today. We thank you for helping us keep music alive and vibrant in our local Colorado communities. We have yet another American milestone musical medley for you. This show just celebrated its 75th anniversary. This time, let's go to New York City during the 1920s with a show about gamblers, hustlers, gangsters, showgirls, and missionaries. What could possibly go wrong? Guys and Dolls premiered on Broadway in 1950 and won 5 Tony Awards. The movie version starring Frank Sinatra and Marlon Brando was released in 1955. They didn't get along very well. The plot involves a gambler who struggles to find a venue for his illegal floating craps game while stalling his fiancée of 14 years, Miss Adelaide. By the way, Adelaide is a showgirl who suffers from an ongoing cold caused by his refusal to marry her. In the meantime, another gambler makes a bet to go on a date with a straight-laced missionary who is always calling for gambling sinners to repent at the Save a Soul mission. Yet another gambler invents a dream during his confession at the mission. Now there's a plot. Our medley includes Guys and Dolls, Luck Be a Lady, Fugue for Tin Horns, which is about racehorse gamblers, A Bushel and a Peck, which is a nightclub act, If I Were a Belle, I've Never Been in Love Before, and Adelaide's Lament, easily one of the best comic songs in a Broadway musical, which will be portrayed by our guest, Karen Sumner, followed by the raucous revival-style song, Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat.
Flat, empty flat, and Taj Mahal. That's the guys only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. The guys only doing it for some dough. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck if you've never been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me.
Luck be a lady with me.
A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair. It's nice. Roll, roll, roll over the road.
And blow some other guys down.
So let's keep the party polite.
Let's keep the party polite.
Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby. I'm the fellow you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady tonight. Roll up, tonight. Ha!
The horse right here, his name is already Finn, and he's a guy that says if the weather's clear.
I'll give you Valentine, 'cause on the morning line, the guy's got his figured at 5 to 9. But look at that tap, he makes a try a half. According to this guy has a telegraph. Big threats, says the horse, big threats. This guy's the horse, big threats. I know it's Valentine's, the baby's whip looks fine. He says the Jockey's brother's a friend of mine. And just the racing boys, I think the straight box noise. It's not the great grandfather wants favorite more. And the time, I got the horse right here.
I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and interesting. Aha! Oh. This is fascinating. I should have figured this out before. Aha! It all makes sense now. The reason I'm sick all the time is because my longtime boyfriend, Nathan, refuses to get married. It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococci like. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. And furthermore, just from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air-conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grippe, la post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus that's really up here. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old. A person can develop a bad cold.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered, "Someone fade me!" But the passengers, they knew right from wrong.
So I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Zingo said, sit down, you're rocking the boat.
and I hollered, "Someone save me!" That's the moment I woke up, thank the Lord.
Sit down, you're rocking, rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
It is a joy for me to work with our wonderful staff and all of these amazing singers. I am so proud of them and so grateful for the fun we've had making music while working together. In addition to our regular concerts, we often do additional performances out in the community at senior centers and retirement communities. And of course, we'll present all of our fall and winter concerts this November. Please refer to your program or our website, 5280chorales.org, for more information about next season, which begins in late August. Before our finale, please allow me to thank a few very important people. First of all, thank you. You have been a wonderful audience today. Thank you for coming. Our co-founder, executive director, and principal accompanist at Highlands Ranch in Littleton, Cindy Runkle. Our other co-founder, artistic director, and Littleton conductor, Brian Leatherman. Our newest piano accompanist, you'll see more of her in the future. She's helping today. She's helping with the ushers in the back. This is Wendy Adler. There she is. And of course, our talented guest performer, Karen Sumner. Our wonderful chorus manager, Sarah Van Horn. Where are you? There she is. And all of our music librarian, Kathy Pewter, and our dedicated, very dedicated group of Choral Pal volunteers. All of you can stand. Choral Pal. Our AV technicians, Bruce Pearson, as well as our long-term friend and recording engineer and video editor, Tom Grushka, both in the back. Cindy's husband, Steve Runkle, and his corps of volunteers that have helped us today as ushers and greeters. There they are. Our wonderful 11-year sponsors, the Highlands Ranch Community Association, Sarah Corboy, Community Events Manager, Heather Getz-Zettel, our Senior Program Coordinator, wonderful staff at the Southridge Rec Center. If any of them are here today, wave at us. Thank you so much for your support. And the staff, members, and volunteers here at Parker United Methodist Church. Let's give them a big round of applause. They're hosting us. And these fantastic singers. Our patriotic concert wouldn't be complete without one more classic American song. Perhaps the greatest American songwriter, Irving Berlin, wrote over 1,500 songs, like White Christmas. As Russian Jewish immigrants, he and his family came to New York when he was 5 years old. They were fleeing violent anti-Jewish programs in his Siberian village. When his father died in America, Irving sold newspapers in the streets to support his family at 8 years old. That's when he learned about Tin Pan Alley and discovered his gift for music. He wrote God Bless America in 1918, and it was sung for the first time on CBS radio by Kate Smith in 1938 as World War II was forming in Europe. It summarized everything that this country meant to Irving Berlin. He knew he never could have lived the life he had in the US if we hadn't welcomed him and his family. As the song became a sensation, Berlin decided he did not want to profit one single penny from it, ever. He wanted it to be his gift to America. He instructed his attorneys to establish the God Bless America Fund to assure that in perpetuity, every cent earned would go to the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts organizations. To date, they have donated over $13 million to the Scouts. The songwriter is gone, but his love for our nation lives on. So when we sing the last verse of God Bless America, I'll give you a cue, and I'll tell you when, and I'll invite you to stand as you are able and join us for the final verse of God Bless America as a glorious finale and musical tribute. The words will be up on the screen. From all of us at the 5280 Plus Senior Chorales, happy 150th anniversary, Colorado, and happy 250th anniversary, America.